Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Ruby's Choice, starring Jane Seymour as a woman who's starting to lose her mind. She's 72. Can you believe it? Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Directed by Michael Budd. Jane still looks great, I think. For 72, come on. She looks amazing. But I've always been a fan of Jane Seymour. Oh, man. And in this one, she's getting older. She's starting to lose it. And her family's worried about her. They don't know how to tell her. They try. I know, Joe. I know. It's a very sad movie, Joe. They try to tell her, and then she is forced to live with them because she accidentally lights her house on fire because she's so out of it. She leaves the stove on. Nearly burns the house down. So living with her granddaughter, they share a special bond, which is nice. But she's still trying to lose it, and then they're thinking about putting her in a home. And I think the granddaughter's name is Ruby, and then it's Ruby's choice. Do they put her in a home, or does Ruby continue to take care of her? I think. Or is Jane Seymour named Ruby? I think it's a granddaughter. Screenplay by Paul Mahoney, directed by Michael Budd. It looks pretty high quality for what it is. A family drama. Kind of not totally sad, but sad enough. I just don't like these movies. They don't, they're kind of depressing to me. Even though some of this will be inspirational, I think. I think in general it's going to not be drudgery. I think in the end she probably, stays with the family and we don't see her completely deteriorate. I don't think it's one of those Oscar bait films where we're going to see every gut-wrenching moment of Jane Seymour's demise. But that being said, it's family drama. Not that I have a ton of family drama in my life, but to me, life is already full of little family dramas and whatnot. I need to see it on the big screen. That's just my personal thing. I like to see things on the big screen I don't see in real life, like vampires and dinosaurs and robots. But that all being said, looks fine. Looks like, and it seems to be done by a production company that's new, so, support some of the new guys, I say. Looks perfectly solid, and Jane Seymour is very engaging. You can feel, I think, very sad to see her start to lose it because she seems to be portraying the character in a way who's very engaging, but is stubborn enough to be like, I'm fine. So first act, Jane Seymour is going to the movies. I think the movies is a big part of this. She doesn't remember the movie, and the people who work there remember her as she keeps coming in to see the same movies. And so that's the early signs. Her family's been worried about her. She's made some mistakes. They try to tell her. She doesn't really listen. They bring in a specialist to give her a cognitive test. She doesn't want to take it. So she keeps dismissing it. Oh, I'm just absent-minded, whatever. And then one night she's home and she puts some stuff on the stove and forgets about it, catches fire, and she nearly dies. Right? So now she's out of her house or apartment or whatever, and the family has to take care of her. And so they're trying to come up with ways, and it's very expensive, and I think they're in the UK, so maybe they're on a government waiting list or whatever. And but then the the granddaughter starts taking care of her, or not really taking care of her, but palling around with her, keeping her company. And so they share a bond. Jane Seymour starts painting again, and then shows her, oh, we're going to go to the movies, and we're going to have some fun. And the girl is like into the guy behind the counter, I think. And so it's all very nice. Then they find a place for her to go, but the family is torn whether or not to actually send her into a home, especially the granddaughter. So Jane Seymour inserts herself in the conversation. Don't I get a say in this kind of thing? And then they decide that it's going to be Ruby's choice. I think that's the granddaughter. And what is the choice? I think the choice is the grandmother stays. That would be the happy ending. I think it would be depressing. Like, you really ought to go to a home. I have a life to lead. No, I think that would be terrible. That would be such a downer of an ending. So that's what's called Ruby's Choice. So for drama movie, I mean, I wouldn't choose this, but if somebody I was dating said, oh, I want to see this with Jane Seymour, I think I'd be okay with it. Or if it was on and I sort of got sucked into it, I'd probably watch it. Probably only because Jane Seymour's in it. And back in the day, look up some old pictures of Jane Seymour. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. But that's not it for today, because we are doing the live stream where we do it live at 7 p.m. Tonight's live stream is going to be fun. We're going to talk about the Oscars and the predictions. And then what I'm going to do, if you're in the live stream, I'm going to make my pick, and then I'm going to ask the live stream to make a collective pick. So we'll vote on each category. I'll write them down, and then come Oscar time, I'll get out the list, and we'll see how well we did. We'll see who has the better rating, either me or the live stream, or really who cares, but it's fun. It's fun to pick the Oscars, because are they going to pick them on the best movies and the best performances? Nah, I don't think so. Anyhow, that's it. We'll see you in the next one.